In this video, I'm going to go over how to do unit conversions. A lot of times in different problems, we're given a quantity with a certain type of unit and we want to convert it to a different type of unit. And that's where unit conversions come in. A common example of this is if we're given something in kilometers per hour and we want to convert it into meters per second. So for example, if I'm given 50 kilometers per hour, I might want to know how many meters per second that is. And to do this, what we're going to use is the unit factor method, also known as dimensional analysis. So your first step is to write down what you're given, and that's 50 kilometers per hour. And the key to remember and to do unit conversions and dimensional analysis is just to think of how can we get this kilometers and convert that into meters, and how do we get the hours and convert it into seconds? Well, I'm going to start with the kilometers at the top of the fraction. I'm going to say that we know in 1 kilometer there are 1,000 meters. And you may be asking yourself, well, why did you put the kilometers in the denominator or the bottom of the fraction and the meters up in the numerator or the top in the fraction? And the reason that you do this is so that they cancel. We see that what's going to happen is the kilometers can cancel with the kilometers, and what are we left with? Meters in the top of the fraction. And that's what we're looking for up here. We got to do the same thing with the hours in the bottom. We want to convert those into seconds. So I'm going to remember again that in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. And look what happens. Again, the hours in the bottom of the fraction cancel with the hours in the top, and now we're left with meters per minute. But that's not exactly what we're looking for. We're not looking for meters per minute. We want to look for meters per second. So we have to take this one step farther. So we got to convert those minutes. So if the minutes are in the bottom, they're going to be in the top now. And in 1 minute, I know that there are 60 seconds. And if we do this again, look what happens. The minutes are going to cancel with the minutes. And now I've got those units that I was looking for. I've got the units of meters per second. So how do we actually figure this all out? Well, what we're going to have to end up doing is we're going to take the stuff that's in the top of the fraction and we're going to divide it by the stuff that's in the bottom of the fraction. Okay? So let's see what that looks like. If I go 50 multiplied by 1,000 multiplied by 1, multiplied by 1, and then I divide that by, on the bottom of this fraction, if there's no unit, we can assume it's a value of 1. 1 multiplied by 1, multiplied by 60, multiplied by 60. If we figure that out, multiplying the top first and dividing it by this value down here, we get an answer of 13.9 ... meters per second. If you're going to use this value in a further calculation, you would use that unrounded value. If you needed to round the answer, then you're going to have to round that 13.9 based on significant digits. I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, you can contact your teacher in private discussions.